My name is Cecil Park. I'm the Napa's first Korean-American winemaker and viticulturist. So Innovatus is the innovation in Latin word. It was more for my own perspective to contribute to the culture in Napa Valley with the new idea and new approach. Nobody really try out, Pinot Noir blend with others. I didn't want to make it Pinot Noir single variety, 100% Pinot with that because it has a little bit more body to it. So I tried to figure out how to make it more balanced wine with this style of a Pinot Noir. I created a pairing menu with Korean first Michelin star chef Tony Yu in California. His signature dish, which is a buckwheat noodle with a little bit of a spicy sauce in it. Especially Napa, there are a lot of famous winemaking consultant. They're men. So as an immigrant and as a female, Napa is not like an easy place to enter.
You are known to have one of the most innovative wines in Napa Valley, and we're seeing a range of your babies now. But you've also told us that you didn't have even a sip of wine until you were like 27? How is that possible? And what was that first sip like? I mean, it's a while ago, but how good must that sip have been to make you change your career?
Well, I guess I'm gonna reveal my age. Like when I was growing up in Korea, we didn't have a wine. When I went to US, that was the first experience that I actually tasted real wine. And it was a store, like a counter, wine. Yeah. And then I just fell in love. What is this? This is a fermented, such an aromatic, fermented food. Compared to 된장, gochujang, the kimchi, they're very tasty, but it's stinky.
So it's unique. So it's unusual that you thought about the fermentation part of it.
I did.
That's what really hit you about wine. Why?
I guess I studied food and biotech engineering. I always thinking about the science side, more production side. I was curious, interested in this production side. And then when I saw this wine, I'm not really looking at the label. I was more looking at the behind, how you make this, and then what you can do with that. So that's kind of the, my first experience and also first love. Yeah.
But you say you majored in biotech engineering in college, but you weren't working in a laboratory. You were working in a marketing department of a Korean food company.
Yes.
You weren't making anything. How do you make the jump from selling, Korean, I guess that was coffee-related? Coffee-related company.
Yeah.
To becoming a winemaker?
Well, when I applied the job at coffee company, I was applying for the lab position.
Oh, you wanted to go into the lab?
Yeah, I wanted to go. And then the coffee company, they gave me opportunity to become a marketer which I didn't want. They said I have a science background. I am a female who understands the consumer's mindset, and then they wanted to see how.
So they wanted to tap your female
Yeah.
instincts more.
Right. So I was working at the coffee company as a product manager in the marketing department. To continue the career in the marketing side, I probably needed MBA degree. That's why I went to US, and then I tasted wine for the first time.
You knew if you finished your MBA, you could, head a marketing department. This is a safe course. You've been successful, but I'm sure that process from then to now must have been filled with a lot of difficulties. What were some of those moments where you thought, maybe I made the wrong choice? Maybe I should have stayed with the coffee company?
I guess it's more for network and then like help, because I was pretty much alone many times, and also I was such a small producer. Even like on the process of something that I put my work order on the line, but sometimes I was pushed back because other bigger producers, cut in the line, and because that's more important job for the, for the workers or my partners of the work. So it's always pushed back, and then I have to work harder to get on, and then I have to work more diligent and more time, and then doing everything by myself, just survive every day.
Did you make a lot of mistakes?
Oh, of course, yes. I cried a lot too.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
What was one mistake that you sort of look back and think about, wow?
Too many. Wow, one thing. So let's say, Cuvee, when I did blend Pinot Noir Syrah, I thought that was a huge mistake. Because
Really? Why?
I thought this was really good, balanced blend, but nobody knows about the blend, and, who would try that, when I say it? Like, brand name is not really known, and then the blend is not really known. So even though I thought this good, I thought this could be a mistake. So I cried over, the first day of bottling that, I made a huge mistake, but later on, I love it so much, and then people love it too. So,
But you made the decision, and all these bottles are out there.
Yeah, exactly. That's how
They're all been bottled, and you're thinking, what am I going to do with these?
Exactly. That's how I felt, and then I thought that time it was a big, huge mistake.
Was there a tasting? Was there someone who tasted this bold new blend that you had, and gave you the confidence to move on?
That time, not really. I didn't really have a critics, work for me, or like my industry friends. Oh, you're too bold, to try that, and they didn't really encourage me to do it. I think this is what I believe. In the Viognier sparkling, I think it's gonna work because it tastes good, and then the Cuvee, it tastes good. Brut sparkling rosé tastes good, and then
It doesn't matter what the traditional blend is. Taste it. It tastes good.
Yeah, right. I think that's kind of the unique part, that I wasn't growing up in the wine country. I am from outside. I have a wide spectrum as an Asian and Korean, because I don't really, my palate, I think it's more wider than others, because we have a fermented food, we have all kinds. So I think that eventually helps me to create something different.
Yeah. And the Korean side is the fermented side?
Korean, yes,
So
fermented.
in terms of the winemaking process, did that make your wines more unique and different?
I realized, like, Western side, Eastern side, we have a more open mind to have a let's say, microbiome. The Western side, they're very precise. They're very analytics. and they have only one focus, one microorganism at a time. But we think about it as a whole picture, like microbiome. So fermented food, we're not using only curated one type of a strain of a yeast. It's more like a mixture. So I think that's also applied to my winemaking as well, because when I see it, it's not only one thing. There are a lot of multiple avenue, multiple directions. That's why the blend is this way, and also winemaking. I think about something more layers than just one single side.
So it's a much more complex type of process that you see as you're making your wine.
Right.
And that comes from the Korean side of you, in
I
a
think
way?
so. It's not only one type of kimchi, it's a very, very different type. At the same time, one kind, we have a very different taste. Different home has a different taste of a kimchi too. So I think that's kind of my understanding and then my approach as well.
Because I think, that's the difference between Korean food and Western baking food. Because baking, you have to be very precise about what you put in and when you put it in, how the combination is. But Korean kimchi, the difficulty is there's no real recipe.
Yeah, it's not consistent. It's more,
Every year it can be different. Even if you put the same thing in every year the taste will be different. On that note, I mean, you're here and obviously you've been asked to maybe consult and maybe think about Korea as a wine producing country. What do you think? I mean, what have you seen so far? Is there a possibility?
I was surprised. Actually, I visited wine region in Korea, Yeongdong, and I realized that wow, they have. I thought the infrastructure is not there yet, but actually there is. They have built nice winery already, fully equipped with the tank, fermentation tank, and all the equipments. So I was super surprised, but I realized there are limitation of variety selections. So we don't
of the vines.
The vines. We don't have a right variety grown in this land. Wine grapes and table grapes are very different type of variety. So this one is almost like a table grapes. The size-wise and the structure of berries are different from the wine grapes. Wine grapes is a smaller, it's more like a blueberry size.
So table grapes would be sort of the things that you would just eat and taste.
Right. The aspects that we want to keep from this wine grape is very different. It's more, we care about the skin and seed more. So farming is different. Because the table grapes, you want the pulp inside. You want to have a juicy and
that's
the
what you want to
sweet.
taste. Yeah.
Right. You don't really care about the skin much. And then you want to have a faster early ripening. So the farming is completely different. But here, we only know about this side.
The table grapes.
Table grapes. So that the practice of farming is different and also very limited knowledge about it. And then limited selection as well.
What about the natural conditions?
Natural condition, the climate.
Climate?
Yeah, climate, I guess, climate is not the ideal, but think about New York City. They grow grapes too.
I've heard about wineries and vineyards there.
Right. Basically each country grow wine grapes and then make a wine. So why not? We can do it. We just need to learn and then implement our perspective, our practices, so that we can develop our own variety or select the best variety we can grow and then make out of good wine.
Wow, so we could be seeing good quality wines coming out of Korea?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting to know.
Yeah.
Well, talking about your future, what innovative things can we look forward to from you?
To decide, I think I'm a bridge between Napa and Asia. I realize in the farming side in the U.S., they're very precise. So like I mentioned, you know, Oriental side, Western side mindset is different. So even farming side, they use a very precise farming technique. It's not chemicals, but it's very one-dimensional pesticide and herbicide and fertilizer. Those are very specific. So I like to create a more bio, you know,
organic,
yeah.
maybe more flexible type.
Right, horticulture-wise, it's more like a holistic, you know, approach. So think about, you know, hanyak, like a more oriental, you know, medicine. So it's like I can adapt to some of the Korean natural farming practices to Napa Valley. So that's one thing that I've been working on. So I'm gonna try out a little by little. It's not necessarily it's organic certification. It's beyond, but I think it works. So I can adapt a little by little to Napa farming side, and also my experience in Napa winemaking. I can bring some here to Asia as well. So those are my future, you know, plan.
Well,
and goal.
those both sound challenging, but I think I can't think of anyone more capable of doing it than you. So we're looking forward to what that will produce. I mean, great wines both in Napa Valley and in Korea. That's always something to look forward to. Thank you for joining us. Hope to see you soon when you have new varieties for us to enjoy and introduce to our viewers.
Thank you for having me again. It was a great pleasure being here.
And that's it for me. Tune in next time for another edition of The Globalists. Sunji out.